Joining me live now is the Chief Executive for Universities Australia, Catriona Jackson. Catriona, good to see you as always. So you've got that data that emerged yesterday, quite shocking really. 16 universities show those huge losses. You've got some though, like Monash, that made a surplus in the end. So in what state overall do you put our universities in right now?
Look, sadly, Peter, those figures that have been revealed by the government exactly match the predictions that we've been making for the last 6 months or so. $1.82 billion worth of revenue hit to universities last year. The real problem is that there is, as identified in the figures, there's unevenness across the sector. It hasn't been exactly the same at every university, but no university's gone unscathed. And the challenges continue. We've got a 40% decline in international student commencements. That's the really problematic figure for us, a 40% decline. Things are getting better. We're seeing opening up. International students are getting excited by the prospect of return. But we know that the students that we lost in that first year of the pandemic and into that second year, they're the students who, if you didn't get them in first year, they won't be there in second year, third year, fourth year. So there'll be an ongoing impact for universities. Even if we recover really strongly, and we are aiming to do so off the back of the reopening we're all seeing. The
federal government chipped in about $20 billion. It's not insignificant, is it? I mean, it would have been a whole lot worse without that.
Oh, look, the taxpayer funds universities very well, and we were very grateful for the additional $1 billion last year. That saved $1 billion worth of research projects and $1 billion worth of jobs. That was really important. We may need to go back to government for additional assistance. Look, let's just see how the international return works. We're really hoping that we'll be in a situation to have students back for first semester this year, but there's still significant unevenness across the states. There's still some doubt about timing, so we're hoping we can welcome students back, for first semester next year.
Well, I had Alan Tudge on last week, and I asked him specifically about that, and he was vague actually on when there might be a meaningful increase in the number of international students who could be here. So what kind of signals are you getting for the start of the first semester next year?
Look, Peter, I'm more optimistic than I've been at any time in the last 12 months that we'll see numbers, in significant numbers back, but there are some things the government still needs to do. We need to have more evenness across the states and territories. At the moment, students, frankly, are distressed by the fact that they are getting really mixed messages from different jurisdictions. They've got to quarantine for 2 weeks in some places. They can't come into other places. So they're confused. And these are students who've been waiting so patiently, many of them studying online from, their garage or their bedroom, like their domestic friends, just desperate to get back and finish off, big important degrees that will dictate the rest of their lives.
But you must be encouraged by the fact that the eastern seaboard anyway should be moving as one by the start of next year.
Look, there's significant movement. Those pilot programs, small numbers, they're a very good sign, very good demonstration that universities have been working for day and night with state jurisdictions to get plans up. So things are, as I said, I'm more optimistic than I've been any time in the last 12 months. We just need those final details ticked off. We need a way of recognising vaccines as they come into the country. We need evenness across states and territories so students aren't confronted with a whole different set of rules for different states and territories.
So where are you? I mean, given the fact that next year is actually not that far away, and if there hasn't been, clear information that's given to international students by now, are you saying that they'll have to have made up their mind already as to whether they come up here or go to other countries, so in turn we'll miss out?
Look, we know students are thinking about their options. We would impress upon them everything about Australia that attracted them here in the first place is exactly the same. We have fantastic universities. We're a great place to be. We're a really safe country. For many people in our region, we're in the same time zone, and that really matters for keeping family and friends. So all those things that make us a really attractive destination to study in, those things have not changed. So please do stick with us. But we also know through surveys that it's been a long haul. Many other countries have open borders. Students are thinking about going to other places. We need to get this right and get it right quickly so those students can get in for first semester. If they're not able to get in for first semester, we are really concerned that there'll be real impacts for them. They'll have to change their entire lives around, choose somewhere else, and we don't want them to do that. And there'll be ongoing, really damaging revenue impacts for the sector.
Right, so and more job losses.
Well, look, we predict there's going to be $2 billion lost to the university sector this year, Peter. I hope I'm wrong. I really do, because there have been significant job losses already and we really can't afford any more.